Hello everyone, welcome to Hio Audio. Get ready to immerse yourself in the captivating story of the Steward demonic emperor. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing content. The Steward demonic emperor Chapter 11, Entering Windgaze City. Zhuo Fan understood her and quickly said, "Now that we no longer have Steward's sun breathing down our necks, what does young Miss intend to do next?" We were planning on seeking shelter at Cai Manor." Captain Pang spoke before she could. This captain of the guards no longer treated Zhuo Fan as a common servant, but someone of equal status. "You should know that Cai Clan's young master has a marriage agreement with young Miss." Windgaze City's Cai Clan? Zhuo Fan rubbed his chin, nodding. According to this body's memories, Cai Clan was the best clan in the Windgaze City, of the same power as Luo clan. If he could hand over the Luo siblings to them, then the grudge would be settled and his heart demon lightened. Maybe it could even be dispelled. Zhuo Fan nodded at this thought. "All right, let's go to the Cai Clan." But not before he took one last look at Blackwind Mountain, mumbling, "I'll be back." At the same time, in a dark cave atop Blackwind Mountain, a malevolent youth was on a large seat. His eyes were filled with cruelty as they flicked to his subordinate. "Any news of Steward's son?" "Our reporting to young Lord. Steward's son said he'd soon have the martial art." The bandit was shaking like a leaf, fearing to even meet the youth's eyes. "Ha ha ha, withdraw." Yes. The bandit wiped the sweat from his head, not lingering one moment more if he could help it, from fear of being eaten. The youth rose and moved behind the cover placed at the back of his seat. An old man laid there, glaring with fury at him. His lips trembled, but no words came out. The youth patted the man's hand with a smile. "Master, be at ease. Your friend left first and is waiting for you. Once returning Dragon Palm arrives, I will reunite you to old friends." The old man's eyes were bloodshot at this, as if wanting to eat him alive. Despite the constant trembling, he could do nothing else. In response, the youth's savage and vicious laughter echoed throughout the cave. Windgaze City was the largest city in 100 miles in a 10-day journey from the Luo clan. From fear of other bandits pursuing them, Zhuo Fan and the others sped up and reached it in 5. Once inside, the bustling of the city assaulted them while also bringing some comfort. All the tension accumulated over these past days seemed to seep from them. Now that she was finally around other people, Luo Yunchang's strained face finally revealed a smile. "Yunhai, look there." Pulling his hand, she pointed at a juggling stall. Captain Pang was happy to know the fall of the young Miss Clan didn't put a damper on her spirits. "Brother Zhuo Fan, I seem to recall you never came to Windgaze City." Zhuo Fan just nodded. Captain Pang was stunned by that. Windgaze City's bustle was famous around these parts. He recalled the first time he came here and was so excited he couldn't sleep for 3 nights. Why was it that a homegrown kid who never saw the flourishing city didn't even flinch? Of course, how could he know? In Zhuo Fan's eyes, this place was no different than a village. "Old Pang, is Cai Clan far from here?" Sharing hardships brought them closer, and even started calling each other brothers. Luo Yunchang spoke before Captain Pang could. "We don't need to go so quickly. Yunhai and I must make an official visit first, then I will come see you. Stay at a tavern in the meantime." "So annoying," frowned Zhuo Fan. With a bitter smile, Captain Pang just shrugged. "Can't be helped. There's no one rushing us now. If we go there now, they will laugh at us for not showing propriety." "Fine, you go first." Zhuo Fan sighed, but nodded. As long as the siblings were safe and he gained his freedom, Waiting for a bit more wouldn't hurt. After 5 days of silence, someone couldn't restrain his temper and began running his mouth. Humph, stinky slave. Windgaze City is my sister's domain. Just you wait, see how I'll deal with you. Luo Yunhai crossed his arms and flared his nostrils, becoming the same old impertinent young master from before. Bam! He didn't get to enjoy it though, as Zhuo Fan delivered a healthy kick to his rear. He flew a meter and landed on his face. No need to wait, let's settle this now. Luo Yunchang rushed to help her brother and glared at Zhuo Fan. Why do you always pick on a child? It's your brother who needs a spanking. Zhuo Fan shot her a look then waved. Go already. After you settle in, if you still look at me with such discontent, I will not hesitate to leave you. Luo Yunchang snorted and left while hugging her brother. Luo Yunhai rested his head on her shoulder, face red as if choking but not daring to make a peep. Even a child like him understood the two siblings had no power in the forest, and so suffered at the hands of that despicable and dastardly servant. But now that they were in Windgaze City, his sister's turf, it didn't seem to make much difference. Why am I getting beaten by that damn slave again? Does this slave not fear even heaven and earth? Luo Yunhai never saw anyone like him in the Luo clan. Captain Pang watched this unfold with shock to say the least, as his eyes were close to popping. Not even he knew Zhuo Fan was so daring and impertinent that he'd beat up the young master right in front of young Miss. Yet she did not make a complaint nor retaliate. Young Miss doted on her brother, never once being harsh with him. Yet Zhuo Fan trampled over young master with no regard to her with uncanny ease and skill. Now he understood why young master looked at Zhuo Fan like a mouse eyeing a cat. Wiping the sweat off his forehead, Captain Pang said, Brother Zhuo Fan, young master is your lord. If not out of respect for the young miss, do it out of respect for her husband. How could you kick him? Zhuo Fan laughed then shrugged. No one was a lord in his eyes. Everything he did was to remove the heart demon. The Steward Demonic Emperor, Chapter 12, Odd Girl. They won't come back for a while. Let's stroll around the city. Zhuo Fan turned around and walked away. Captain Pang knew he didn't take his words to heart and sighed as he followed. They were soon in the market area. This was where rogue cultivators sold their wares, to exchange items or other cultivating materials. With Zhuo Fan's experience, he should be able to find goods which others overlooked. The two visited many stalls, and many times, Captain Pang wanted to put his hands in his pocket, but when he saw Zhuo Fan walking away with a dull look, he followed suit. Perhaps he wasn't aware, but the Grand Captain of the Guard was reduced to following Zhuo Fan at every step. AI, since when did the world overflow with overlooked treasures? Let's just go. Zhuo Fan scoured the market, but nothing caught his eye. It was then he heard a ruckus. He went to see a stall owner and a red-faced girl in a heated dispute. He led Captain Pang through the crowd's center and saw the girl's appearance. She wore white clothes, with fine eyebrows like a crescent moon, and looked calm and gentle. Even when yelled at, she never lost her smile as if she never got angry. She persevered despite opposition. This black jade is fake. How is it fake? This is the purest black jade, one that if left in the sun for a day, will still feel cool to the touch. If worn as a pendant, cultivation will be much easier. The man spat non-stop about how pure it was. Young miss, do you understand what I'm saying? She shook her head, but her smile never faltered. I do not know much about black jade, but I have seen one so I can tell this one's a fake. Ha ha ha, you saw it once and dare to say you find this one fake? Did you hear everyone? Has there ever been such an absurd situation in the world? It has, and I know I'm right. If we talk about price, the worst black jade is worth 10 spirit stones while the best 100. Yet yours is only 3 spirit stones. Get out of here. Enough with your rubbish, little girl. Don't ruin my business. How could you possibly know of its value? The girl smiled while staring at the man. He felt a rage burning inside, but had nowhere to vent. As the saying goes, you can't strike one who only smiled. The girl kept denying the black jade's price without a solid reason. If it was any other person, he would have slapped them silly. But her smile left him powerless to even lift his hand. That black jade is indeed fake. A man's voice echoed out, and the crowd saw Zhuo Fan watching the girl with a smile. Young Miss eyes are true, but cannot explain where the fault lies. As everyone knows, reality is a matter of perception. What's real can be fake, and what's fake can be real. The girl was taken aback but nodded while scrutinizing him. Zhuo Fan turned to the crowd. Everyone, is it possible to prepare a few things? Sulfur, clover. He enumerated some of the most common things, which some people had already bought. Under everyone's eyes, Zhuo Fan threw them in water, stirred, and said to the stall owner, "Please place the black jade inside." "Humph, you're just washing it." He was also confident, even as he placed it inside. But once it entered, the water began to bubble and turn red. It even released a faint hint of blood energy. How can it be? The stall owner was shocked. The girl also watched wide-eyed and astonished. Ha ha ha, no need to be so surprised. This black jade was just an imitation that will show its real color once introduced to water. Zhuo Fan took the black jade and gave it to the owner. Now, you should know this lady was right. That bastard lied to me. He sold it to me for 20 spirit stones. The stall owner gnashed his teeth. This black jade is only worth 3 spirit stones. The girl declared her assessment, then smiled to Zhuo Fan. Mister has good eyes. I knew it was fake, but couldn't pinpoint the difference. I thank Mister for his intervention. It was nothing. I have also seen this once. Zhuo Fan smiled. Young miss, won't you buy it? It's just 3 stones now. No need. I only wanted to inform others of the stone's real price. She chuckled and left. Watching her figure fading into the crowd, Captain Pang sighed next to Zhuo Fan. What an odd girl. Zhuo Fan, on the other hand, breathed out in relief as he muttered, "The girl's eyes are sharp and sinister. It's a good thing she is still inexperienced, or she would have taken the treasure without hesitation." He then turned to the black jade, eyes shining with excitement. But the stall owner was sighing as he packed his things, ready to go home. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, so you won't miss out on the next episode of the Steward Demonic Emperor.